Okay, we have a bare wheel. Bare wheel's not much use, so we need, first of all, a rim tape to protect the inner tube from the spokes, an inner tube, and a tyre. Let's get them all. This might be a bit of a stretch. I've got a 16-inch rim tape, and of course there's two different sizes of 16, and this was being the smaller one, so I'll have to stretch it a bit. But the main thing is it fits through more or less that gap there, so yeah, that's stretched around. All it does is just in case really you get a spoke poking through, and this is going to be a bit fiddly. I'll probably need to trap the wheel between my legs and start stretching the rim tape as I go along. Actually, that's not too bad. There we go. Make sure that's lined up, the valve hole, and that's trapped all the way around. All I need to do now is make sure it's reasonably even and not trapped like that. Might need to poke at that with something a bit, got no fingernails, so to get that in the right place. Then the next step will be to fit the tube and tyre. Right, that's reasonably even all the way around now. None of the spokes and nipples are poking through. So next job, move the wheel out of the way, bring the tyre into play. So that's a Schwalbe Marathon Racer. Not as much protection as the standard Marathon, but it's lighter, slightly more flexible on the sidewall. Yeah, I managed to get a pair cheap, so that's for me the main thing, unfortunately. But yeah, all I need to do now is get the inner tube in there. The inner tube is the right size, a 349 inner tube, so perfect for this particular Moulton F, and also most Bromptons out there as well use the same size. It's actually a Brompton rim, apparently 28 to match with the hubs, and so yeah, fitting one of these, same for a Moulton or a Brompton. Right, now then, there will be a direction of play. Now then, so if you're fitting it on a back wheel, you probably have to pay attention to that. When you're fitting the front wheel, after you put it, you'll have to pay attention to that. So it's just in the, there we go, just where it says Schwalbe, it's embossed into the leather, embossed into the rubber, part of the moulding process, and it's showing you the direction of rotation. In this case, is that way. So if I was fitting it to a rear wheel with the sprocket facing me, I'd have to flip it. Front wheel, so I'll just have to pay attention to when I'm actually putting the thing on. Okay, let's get the first bead in. Not too bad if you sit the bead in the middle roughly, and then feed it around. Usually goes on without any issues. So that's the first bead in. Now we'll get a little bit of air in the inner tube and get that in. The inner tube has a metal valve stem. I like these because you can poke it through and just nip that on just enough to stop it wriggling around, so you can make sure it's straight in the rim afterwards. Just need to take that off before I start messing, and you'll see what I mean after. Right, I'm not going to inflate this like a balloon. I'm just going to put enough air to make it take a round shape. There we go. It it was quite quick to stand to attention. Let's I might just let a little bit of that out, so it's still shaped but got a bit of flap in it, bit of give. And let's feed that. Let's find the valve hole. Right, so got the valve hole here. I'll bring that up to the top. I'll not feed the valve in it just yet. I'm just going to get the inner tube in all the way around as it falls out. Right, do it, boy. Easier without cold hands. I've been doing some stuff in the garden, preparing for winter and the like. So there we go. Probably need to let a little bit more. There we go. Right, so let's get that fed. Get in, you bugger. Right, So got the valve in, that's in place. I'll sort out its positioning after. Let's get the tyre on first. Now I'm going to work my way from the valve around to the opposite side. Hope you can see. So get the bead in. And I'll have to make sure I don't nip the inner tube at any point, because that will cause a puncture, and last thing you want is an immediate puncture. Don't need to be too precious about it. I'm going to let a bit of air out, I think. But yeah, you don't want to be hampering yourself. Now what some people find with some of the other Schwalbe tyres is they can be quite tight on the rim. I've tried this one on before, so it's not too bad. I think I can get it on with my thumbs. But some people may need to use tyre levers, which, you know, causes other problems. You can potentially nip the tube that way. Other people put a little bit of oil and let it ping over. I don't like the idea of using oil on rubber. It's not good for it long term. So if you do need to use a lubricant on your tyre to get it on the bead, get the bead on the rim, yeah, nip into your local chemist, so your local supermarket, and get yourself some water-based lubricant, and it's usually found next to the rubber johnnies. So no sniggering at the back, but yeah, Sex Lube is good for getting tyres on. Anyway, I digress. Let's feed that on, nearly there. Right. Trying to watch what I'm doing on the video and do this at the same time. Make sure you can see what I pop. Oh, yeah, managed to catch myself. A little bit of blood. It's not your own bike if you've not bled on it. There we go. So I'll clean that up, and yeah, I'll be back. Probably don't need a blaster out, just nip something. That's on. Get a bit of air in that. The little nut, finger nut for the valve, I'll just put on just to keep it in place. And then I just need to put a bit of air in the tyre. I don't need to pump it up fully as yet, because the bike itself is nowhere near ready. It'll probably be into the new year before I can get it painted now. So, or powder coated or whatever. But that's it. Quite straightforward to get the tyre on. No problem. Not doing the back one yet, because I need to fanny about with the hub. Well, this might be my last video until the new year. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Give us a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. You know, there's more stuff like this on my channel, and I'm planning more in the future as well. So I wish you all the best for the new year, and all the best for the festive period, no matter what your beliefs. Even if you've no beliefs, just have a good time. Right, yo, see you all next time, and hope you enjoyed the video.